Hi Body Buddies, I'm Kristy Jo. Today I want to talk to you about how simple it is to use the Power Foods lifestyle to make any goal possible. The structure is simple, the principles are simple, but your goal may differ. You may be someone that's trying to decrease body fat. You may be someone who's trying to increase muscle. You may be someone who's pregnant who will benefit from my ebook, Power Foods for Two, a lifestyle for the pregnant woman. You may be someone who's a little bit more advanced in years. You may be a teenager. There's a lot of different ways or different things that, goals that we're trying to reach. And so how do we use the Power Foods lifestyle to adapt? You may find it interesting to know that I train all of my clients with all of their differing goals using these same principles. I'd just like to show you how simple it is, especially for those of you who are doing the 8-week challenge, how to adapt, especially portion sizes, to your goals. So I'm gonna get my little cute whiteboard here. We're so professional. Okay, 6 meals, right? So here's the thing. If you have paid attention to my videos, you will know this 6 meal thing is not finite. What is important is that you are remembering the principles of eat meal 1 within an hour of waking up. The rest of your meals should be smaller, frequent meals, 2.5, 3.5 hours apart, okay? And then your final meal of the day, whether it's 4 meals, whether it's 6 meals, whether it's 10 meals, there are many days because I'm awake so many hours that I'm eating upwards of 8 or 9 meals a day. It just depends, okay? And so don't let 6 meals, kind of rest on your mind. A lot of my clients are like, I didn't have time for all of my meals. And I'm like, okay, great. Did you eat every 2.5, 3 hours? If yes, then great. We don't want to be hungry. We need to be, we want to prevent that ravenous monster from coming out. You should not be hungry when you eat, okay? Now there's a little bit of an exception to that rule, and that would be with some of my competitors where we're pushing them to this extreme level. There should be slight hunger when you eat, but it should never be to the point that your stomach is like rolling itself over because it's just eating itself. You should never be at that point. If you are, your portions are too small or your meal timing is off, okay? So how do we adjust? Let's just go through. Let's just use typical Power Foods lifestyle structure. Now remember, there's a lot of different structures. There's carb cycling. If you haven't yet listened to my podcast on that, you need to. Carb cycling is where we do all PVF meals, protein, veggie, fat meals, for any number of days, whether it's 1, 2, 3, maximum I want to see someone do is 4. And then we do a carb up day where you do PVC meals in order to replenish those glycogen supplies. This essentially will put you into a state of ketosis. Okay, so our typical structure is PVC, protein, veggie, carb, protein, veggie, carb, and then the final meals of the day, preferably the last 5 to 6 hours before you're going to sleep, you are doing PVF meals where you kick out the carbohydrates, you try and leave your blood sugar alone, can you see that? So that you're stabilizing your blood sugar. The fats come in and they release this hormone cholecystokinin, which is called CCK for short. Hopefully you've read the book and you've heard this already, that these stimulate your brain until you're full. So talk about strategic for especially fat loss to kick out the carbs, which this is impacting your blood sugar. When your blood sugar's up, guess what? Fat burns off. So we kick those out, bring in the fats to help you feel full before bed, stabilizing your blood sugar. And bedtime, when your body is sleeping, think about it. You're restoring, you're regenerating, your body's healing. What better time for your body to be going through this fat loss effort than bedtime? Prime your body for bed. Okay, so how do we do this? How do I take someone and either put size on them with, increasing the food they eat or decreasing body fat, anything like that? Portion sizes, the principles stay the same, okay? So you're still eating frequently. You should always be eating frequently no matter what your goal is, okay? As frequently as your schedule allows, and a lot of times we have to work around that. Protein size, it's the portion sizes. So, if you're trying to put muscle on, then oftentimes we will increase the peak range of your protein and your carb, Okay, that's not a very good circle. But so you're still eating frequently. You're still eating the same packaged meals, but we just changed the peak range. Now, if you don't know what peak range is, read my book. Okay, peak range is going to be the estimated size of grams that you want to get per serving. The very basic Power Foods Lifestyle peak ranges are protein. Now I kind of vacillate between some, but I'm just going to throw these up there. Don't get mad if they're not exactly what they are in the book. Okay, 20 to 30 grams per meal. Okay, this is relative. Remember, adjustable. And then carbs are going to be anywhere from 30 to 40. Wow, guys, I'm a great writer. 40. And then fats are going to be 8 to 12. Veggies are always 1 cup. Does that mean you can't have more? No, you can have more. But are they unlimited? No, I do not agree with Weight Watchers when they say you have unlimited veggies. No. Guess what? For every food you put in your mouth, there's a consequence. Okay? And I mean, you're talking excess fiber. You're throwing your body into disarray. We need to have discipline. We need to be in control of ourselves at all times. I don't care if it's the healthiest food in the world. Control. Mental discipline. That's where this all starts. So, increasing the size of the carbs and the protein. What about when we're trying to decrease body fat? Oftentimes, it will come from the carbohydrate and the fat portion size. I'll keep protein the same because this really helps stabilize blood sugar and helps your body hold on to muscle mass, giving you the amino acids you need. Protein breaks down to amino acids, be free flowing in that bloodstream so that your body's pulling those in to support existing lean muscle tissue. Otherwise, it may go into a catabolic state where it's breaking down muscle tissue for energy. If we're going to decrease body fat, we don't want that. That's muscle wasting. And what happens if someone doesn't have enough protein in their diet or aren't supplementing correctly with amino acids, you know, a lot of vegetarians struggle to get this number of protein, then what can happen, it's known as the epidemic of skinny fat, where someone's like, if this is your skin, okay, and here's your muscle, okay, so let's just say that's your bicep. Okay, and this is where your arm is, and all of this is fat. Okay, what happens if you don't do your nutrition correctly, you actually are losing part of the muscle, which therefore pulls your arm in, you know, so it appears that you've lost weight, and you probably will lose weight, but the appearance has not changed. You're still thick out here in the skin. What we want to do to optimally lose weight and to increase aesthetics or the way that your body looks, we want to maintain as much muscle as possible, which these principles, if you will trust me and you'll follow them, that will help you a lot. Then that's going to put your body in an environment where you can diminish the body fat. That's how we pull the skin tighter up against the muscle. And that also decreases the appearance of cellulite. That helps give the definition that you see on a lot of people, you know, that are just leaner and ripped. Now, you know, that's what everyone says. It's because they've decreased the body fat and done things to either maintain or even grow this lean muscle tissue. Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of myths out there, and one of the best myths that I giggle over is that you can increase muscle at the same time that you're decreasing fat. Exceptions to every rule. Yes, you can to a point, and it depends on what you were doing previously. If you completely are someone sedentary and you change things up and all of a sudden, you know, you're lifting hard and you're, you know, dropping weight, is that going to happen? Yes, for a time, but there is a point it will peak out. That is why with bodybuilding in this world, in this industry, is that we call, you know, bulk season and in season. And it's, you know, a lot of people like to poke fun at it because they're like all the crap food, all the junk food and everything that they eat in off season, which all of my competitors, I really encourage them to follow Power Foods Lifestyle year round. If we're going to put size on, we do it the healthy way. We simply increase the portion size within these principles. We still eat. We still follow these principles. And I don't even like the term eat clean. What the freak is clean anyway? Like, did you wash it or something? No, we need our power foods. Power foods are those that originally, for the most part, protein powder is one of our exceptions, come from the earth. That they are full of vitamins and minerals. They have not been packaged and processed and filled with preservatives and artificial flavorings and things. Once again, there are a few exceptions. Protein powder is one of them, and you kind of have to figure out where your stance is on it. I like protein powder. I try and find the best protein powders. But anyway, that's another topic for another time. The biggest takeaway from today's lesson is don't switch things up, whether you're trying to lose body fat, whether you're trying to gain muscle, whether you're trying to improve your health. These principles remain the same. We play with portion sizes. We play with perhaps maybe a PVF meal comes and replaces a PVC. Is that bad? No. Maybe you want to package your PVC meals around your workout. Maybe your workout's falling right here. And so you need a PVC meal right here and right here, maybe right here for a little bit because it takes 4 hours to really, absorb for your carbohydrates to break down, go into glucose, then glycogen, give you energy. That's a 4-hour process. So maybe you just need PVF. That is why I encourage you to schedule a consultation with me. It may be something as simple as spending 1 hour. Let's figure out what you're doing. Let's get you on track and get you really heading in the direction of your goals. If you're not setting your goals, if you're not planning your nutrition, your fitness, it's going to feel like the most haphazard, frustrating thing to you. Structure is powerful when you do it. You will feel amazing. Your health will improve. Your confidence will improve. I can't tell you there's not one person I've ever worked with who didn't come away saying, wow, I have learned so much and benefited from this information. My body has benefited. My brain has benefited. So I just really encourage you, use these resources. Power Foods Lifestyle. I'm not perfect, but the Power Foods Lifestyle is simply a compilation of principles in a way for us to bridge the gap between science and real life application for all of us busy people who want to take better care of our health. Remember, take it one meal, one workout, one day at a time.